Well, good morning, everybody. This will be my first, recording for Fat Turtle Racing. So, never been a runner, done a couple of triathlons, which is really a lot different. So, I've been on and off running. I struggled really bad finding a good pair of shoes because my feet, mostly my left heel, hurting terribly. Finally went to Marathon Sports, so got fitted properly for some running shoes. I got some Saucony's Glide 17s, and I got orthopedic inserts. You know, they fitted me, they scanned your feet, whatever. They helped instantly. So I've ran a couple of times. Went, as some of you know, I was on a work trip last week, so that kind of messed up my running schedule. Came back, started again on Sunday, using the Jeff Galloway method, which is, for those of you that follow Disney at all, he's the guy that kind of really like the forefather of the run walk method, which is, if you go to the Run Disney website, which is their recommended, their recommended method. It's him, right? So he kind of promotes that over there on the Run Disney website. There is an app. I think it cost, Stephanie would have to remind me, it was like $55, I think, for the year, because they were having a sale for the yearly membership. It gives you access to everything, or you could pay, it was like $6 or $8 a month. So I just swallowed like the $55. And I was like, all right. So I decided to finally use it. I tried a couple of my runs to use it, and I found it just difficult trying to figure out the technology and run all at the same time. It wasn't as simple as just turning it on and going. So I spent a couple of days when I was away last week just kind of trying to figure it all out. So when I came back last Sunday, I used it for the first time and it worked. So I set it to run for 10 seconds, walk for 30. I did 2 miles. I was averaging a 14:28 mile, which is 100% way better than what I had been doing. So fast forward, work just kind of really got in the way this week. Was not able to run on my set schedule like I wanted to. So I ran yesterday after work, and I've discovered a couple things. So one, running in the afternoon is not going to be good because I don't know about where you guys live, but around here, the pollen count's really high. So my allergies were bothering me terribly. My throat was super dry because of that, and I was literally choking. I was like 3/4 of a mile into the run, and I was gagging because my throat was so dry and I was choking on the pollen. So I got to a mile and I tapped out. It was hot. It was 84, 85 degrees and about 46% humidity. So it was way too hot. So that was one of the things I discovered, is that a lot of my runs from here through probably the fall are going to be in the morning because it's a lot cooler. The pollen count's way low. It's going to work out a little better for me. The other thing I've noticed too is that typically around 9 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, 9 o'clock to about 11, I have really good energy. And that's in part because I'm fully awake, brain's engaged doing the work thing. My breakfast, all right, my coffee and my breakfast is kicked in. Typically my breakfast consists of 1 cup of coffee, and then I have a breakfast bowl that Stephanie makes for me in the morning, which is great. She cooks a really good breakfast for me every morning. She actually cooks really good meals for all of us all the time, but in the morning, it's a fairly healthy breakfast with just 1 serving of fingerling potatoes. Usually it's 1 egg, which I have sunny side up, and 1 serving of egg white with that. And I think it's one well, it's a measured amount of cheese on it. So I'll get the recipe from her. We'll go over it with Lindsay, co-host, who's doing like a whole bunch of other stuff, which is great. So today we're gonna go out. It's early in the morning here. It is, what time is it? 8:17. So we're gonna have a little breakfast. We're gonna give it a little bit to work through. Stephanie's gonna go out do her run. I'm gonna go out and do mine, and then we will give you an update today on how today went compared to yesterday in a lot cooler weather. So stay tuned for more. We'll see you all real soon.